Okay, yes, 19th Sunday in Ordinary Time, Year C, no, St. Luke. It's very interesting gospel reading, kind of. So, what did you get from the gospel reading? What did they teach you something different, something new, a new perspective? Any comment, comentario?
Uh, um, um, my observance while I was reading the text, it came to my mind the idea that it is to be ready so that when God calls you to action, you take the opportunity to spread the good news of salvation. Um, it is the promise of what will happen when one has begun to recenter life around God. The good news of Christ will respond you in your life, so you are not afraid on this life. So, and the second come of Jesus Christ, it's gonna be like happiness in our life because we want to be with the Father for eternity.
Okay. Anything else?
So relating to the gospel that we had last week, it adds on. It makes us think again of what truly matters in our lives. What is the purpose we have in order to live the life of God and live our lives in His love.
Bueno, estaba viendo aquí, me hace pensar todas estas parábolas, el ejemplo que da Jesucristo, me hace pensar el cómo estoy viviendo, de verdad estoy viviendo de acuerdo a la enseñanza de Cristo, si conozco el propósito, o realmente estoy viviendo un Dios de cultura, un Dios que me han enseñado en mis culturas, o realmente el Dios del Evangelio.
Okay, so what Abraham has said is that the gospel kind of made him think about the way he's living his Catholic faith, whether it's a culture or is it in accordance with the teachings of Jesus. Okay.
El Evangelio hoy nos muestra a un Señor que si nosotros hacemos todo lo que está en el propósito, si lo hacemos bien, de acuerdo a su plan, al plan de Jesús, dice que Él mismo se sentará y servirá, ¿no? Ahora la pregunta es, ¿estamos haciendo lo correcto de acuerdo al propósito de Dios, a Jesús?
Okay. So Miguel was saying that no, because we read it in the gospel that at the end, God Himself will make us sit down and serve us. So the question is, are we really living that in our daily life so that it would happen to us? No? Anything else? No? Okay, and so really, the idea is the beginning of the gospel. Oh, Christ said, no? At the end, when He comes and He finds the servants really doing what they were supposed to do, what He's going to do is that He would sit down Himself, the Master, and going to serve His servants with food. No? And so what is the idea behind that? Why would Christ say that? That the Master Himself, when He would serve the servants He found really doing their job. And what is the job really? What is our job? What is our work? Our job really is to learn how to live God's life. No, and we learn to live that in our church. The life of love, forgiveness, harmony, joy, happiness, and all these things. Positive. And so, when the time comes, second coming of Jesus, or when our time comes when we have to face Him, and we are doing this because we are new to the perfection of this life, it's expected that God Himself, who knows this life, will come and welcome us and serve us. You know? Porque no sabemos nada de esta vida. Si nos encuentra Dios, que estamos viviendo esta vida aquí en este mundo, hemos vivido, vamos a decir, Él ahora quiere compartir con nosotros esta vida. Él mismo nos va a introducir a esta vida por servir a nosotros. Ok, bienvenidos, hijos míos, aquí, ¿no? Como los mesoabuelitos, ¿no? Like our grandparents, when we grow them, and, oh, sit down, sit down. I cook the food, I think, sit down, we will serve you. Just like that. No, He's going to welcome us. So it makes sense then that, you know, that to believe in this God. Because the God most of us believe, and I said this last week in the Spanish Mass, that most Catholics, I say most, if not many, do not believe in God. Which God? God of Jesus Christ, the God of the gospel. Because the God we have in our mind is a God who will reward us if we follow the rules. Not the God who wants us to learn to live His life. So, when in the gospel today, Christ said, when He comes and He found these people really living that life of God, He Himself will welcome them and serve them. To welcome them to the perfection of this life that they learn to live in the world. That's a simple explanation. ¿No? Es la explicación muy simple. ¿No? El Señor mismo va a recibir a ellos que han vivido esta vida en la tierra. Bienvenidos a este mundo espiritual. Ahora vamos a servir a ustedes para que saborear esta vida. ¿No? ¿Con razón? Al contrary, if they were serving God who was very who demands so many things about discipline, about doing these rules or doing that thing, will He sit down to serve them? Most probably they will, oh no, don't serve us. It's beyond you. See? What if He understood the love of God when He comes and welcomes us to His kingdom? We will just be grateful to Him. Because really, this is what we learn in the world. Truly, God is love. ¿No? Verdaderamente, God es amor. Lo que hemos aprendido. Entonces, la experiencia va a confirmar lo que ellos creían en el mundo. No hay contradiction. There's no contradiction here. What they experienced, God serving them, welcoming them into His kingdom, is the truth. So it makes us think, really, how are we living our Catholic life? Do we really know the God of Jesus Christ or the gospel? Or have we created a God who is going to punish us if we did not follow His rules? Or do we believe in God who wants us to learn about Him, giving us all the tools that we need so we can actually find it really easy to follow Him? So that's why I said most of us do not believe in God, because we have created our own God. Now, there was a question in the Spanish discussion about culture. ¿No? What is culture? Es la cultura. La cultura es lo que la comunidad ha aprendido a vivir, ¿no? No necesariamente de Dios, sino las costumbres y tradiciones de la comunidad. Y muchas veces, and most of the times, when you go to a Catholic country, to a Catholic community, it's all mixed up. Their culture is based on some Catholic practices, but has nothing to do with the real teaching of Jesus. They seem to be Catholic outwardly, ¿no? Parece como católica, ¿no? Pero en verdad no es. Pero, ¿no? Porque más hay un santito, hay una estatua, there's a statue, there's a procession, and they think it's Catholic. Not really. Because the essence of the Catholic faith is the living the living of God's love. That's the essence. The vision of Jesus is this, for us to learn how to be understanding, forgiving, patient, loving. Huh? Do we see that in our culture? The cultural celebrations? No. No. Even religious celebration, which has become cultural than religious, there's envy, jealousy, anger, division, separation. That's how we celebrate our religious activities in the Catholic Church. In fact, even families are divided because of this. No? So it's not religion we're living, it's culture. Because culture demands that you do it, step by step. You cannot do anything outside what they are doing, what they know, what they're celebrating. Religion has nothing to do with that. Religion is not about the person becoming like God. So there's no question about following the rules. It's about the question of becoming a decent human being who is able to love, understand, forgive, and live in harmony. That's religion. To become like God. Can you see this? Huh? That's why when we read the Gospel, we have to understand very clearly what Christ meant by these. I'm sure that this passage, which we have on the screen, was glossed over by most people, and they did not pay attention to the real meaning of this. But for me, the essence of the Gospel is this one, because it explains everything about our faith. It explains everything. It is not that God is humbling himself. No. It's that God is celebrating with his servants the joy that they have learned to live in this world. Now is fulfilled in his presence. That's why he's there to welcome them. It's nothing extraordinary. It's in accord with his plan, with his vision, which is strange for those who did not know how to live the life of God in this world. So, which God do we believe in? You see that? And what kind of preparation are we doing? Preparation. Be prepared for his coming. You should not rather learn to live his life so that you can see the fulfillment of that life when he comes and he will welcome you. Remember the judgment day, the scenario, the sin, when people said, no, we ate with you, we prayed with you. And the Lord would say, no, I do not know you. It's very interesting. Remember that when he would separate the goats from the sheep? The sheep to the right, the goats to the left, and the goats would complain. No, we were with you. And the Lord said, no, I do not know you. He only knows those people who will try to learn to live the life of love, forgiveness, harmony, and service to other people. That's the bottom line. So, what kind of preparation are we doing for the coming of Jesus? How are you preparing yourself when you are going to face him when your time comes? Those are the questions. Okay, so I preguntas, comentarios. And so now we ask you if you want to, if you have some questions, if you have some doubts or clarification that you want, just let us know. We'll try our best to respond, to answer your questions, and to share with you what we are learning. Thank you.